Hey, welcome to the video series, The Romance of Writing, where I share with you how dating can teach you about the art of writing your soulmate book. And I just I love doing this series so much because as you know, I've been teaching about writing and creativity for years. I love writing and creativity and everything to do with that. And if you read my book, um, Songs of the Rose, mystical medicinal poetry of the feminine heart. I love human connections, romantic relationships, the intimacy of relating with each other. And for the longest time, I just didn't see that I could actually talk about these two at the same time. So I am not a relationship coach or a teacher. I still have much to learn in that regard. And in sharing these videos, I will show you actually what I am learning in the realm of dating is exactly what I've been teaching all this time when it comes to writing and creativity. And there is just so much juicy parallel. So today, I'm going to talk about how not everyone is going to be your soulmate. Okay, so if you know me, if you read my book, like I'm pretty deep. I rarely just say on surface level, like when I start talking to someone, I'll go deep pretty quickly. So when I date someone, the conversation will go deep pretty quickly too. And so there was this one guy that I was dating, and I was like sharing so much of my heart and my soul with him in my voice messages and, my poetry and just like the depth of my yearning and longing, my inner world with him. And so I sent him this voice message. And knowing him, I was not expecting any response because we're still very much earlier on, you know, very, very early on. So I didn't expect an in-depth response anyway. And I wasn't like crazy about this guy anyway. So I wasn't hoping or expecting anything. So when I didn't receive his response right away, I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, I'm getting on with my life. I've had other things to do. But you know how long it took for him to get back to me? 8 days. It took him 8 days to get back to my voice message where I was just sharing, my inner poetry in a very beautiful way. Like I wasn't blaming, guilting, asking for anything from him. So it took him 8 days to get back to me. And he said, you do a lot of inner work. You go really deep into these realms. And I understand that about you, but I have no interest in going there, and I can't meet you there. It doesn't interest me, and I don't have the capacity, and I'm just not willing. I'm like, cool. Thank you for like being so honest and upfront about it. It's not like I was expecting him to respond, but his response was everything. It was like, thank you for letting me know that. This is great. We have clarity. Like, we're just not meant to be for each other. This is exactly what happens with your book, with your writing. Not everyone is going to be your soulmate reader. Not everyone is going to have the capacity and the willingness to go deep with you. Not everyone is going to have the capacity and the willingness to meet you at the depth of your soul in your expression, in in your soul's depth. They will, not everyone will be interested. Not everyone will have the capability and the willingness to do so. And the people who do, they are your soulmate readers. You know, It's so funny because we see this so clearly with dating. Like, of course, you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Okay, that's gonna be like a big problem if you have swarm of people wanting to be with you. Like, well, that's another problem to have right there, right? So we get this intuitively. We know, like, when we're dating, we're not meant for everyone. But then when it comes to writing a book, we not myself, but like I see this with so many of my clients. They give themselves so much suffering and agony in trying to turn everyone into a soulmate reader, in trying to make everyone like and love their writing. It's good that not everyone is your soulmate reader. Like, because the people who are meant for you, the people who are your soulmate readers, they're gonna love it. They're gonna love the depth that you go into because it's going to speak to them. You know, when it comes to dating, you meet someone and then you feel like, oh my God, this person was just made for me and I was made for them. And like, we were just meant to be together. We were put on this earth to be together. That's a soulmate connection. That's what your soulmate reader is going to feel when they read your book. When they read your book, when you write it from your soul, when you write from your soul's truth, when you're not compromising on your soul's truth, and then writing a diluted, watered down version while trying to appeal to everyone. It's like, oh, I'm trying to be everyone's soulmate. Like, come on. If I'm trying to be everyone's soulmate, I'll be a chameleon. I will just like be a diluted, watered down, pleasant version of myself where everyone would just feel so comfortable around me and feel pleasant. Reading it, say, yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it's good. Like you ask someone, how's that book? How was that book? Yeah, it's nice. It's a good book. You know, if you meet a friend, right, and you see them reading a book or you know that they were reading a book and you ask them about it, like, hey, how was that book? And they were like, yeah, it's nice. It's good. Do you think you want to read that book? I don't. Like, come on. That's so vanilla. That's like, ooh, boring. Like, life is too short to read books that are nice and good. Life is too short to write a book that is nice and good. You don't want to write a nice and good book. Like you want to speak to people's souls. You want to speak to your soulmate reader directly. And your soulmate reader, they're gonna crave for your depth. They're gonna crave for the whole of you, all parts of you, all spectrum of you. They'll feel like this book is meant for me, like everything. I want you to just like, yeah, reflect. First of all, if you had that kind of experience in dating, and then reflect. Have you read a book or watched a movie or seen a play or listened to a piece of music where you just felt like, yeah, this is not for everyone, but it's for me. You've seen movies, you've read books, and then people ask you how it was, and you preempt with saying, yeah, I know it's not for everyone, but it's really for me, right? Yeah. So, yeah, not everyone is going to have the capacity, the interest, and the willingness to meet you at your depth. And that's a good thing. And that's okay. Now go on writing from your depth anyway, because that's exactly what your soulmate reader wants. If you love this video, make sure you subscribe to my Substack so you get notified of a new video. And if you do want some support in terms of getting in touch with the depth of your soul and bring out that essence and activate that into a book, then I have a free creative activation video link down below. Go and enjoy.